I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean, there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you won't get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
People of the internet, welcome to the last ever podcast you'll ever listen to, because we are the greatest and dumbest horror show on the net. Welcome to the Dummies of Horror episode, insert number here, because I don't remember. I'm your host Tim, hailing from Australia, and with me, also hailing from Australia, he is the guy that loves nothing more than going out to the park after a cold, rainy night, picking mushrooms and then holding it up in the sky and going, I am one of you. His name is Mushroom.
I think that's worms. Mushrooms work like that, dude.
Sorry, I'm on a fucking trip right now. I had acid
That's
on the
okay.
weekend and I'm still tripping. Yay.
Oh, you... Did you?
Yep.
Oh, how was it?
It was fun. Anyway, so welcome to the Dummies of Horror podcast.
Hello.
On this episode, we're going... So what we're doing here, we're going back to basics in this episode.
All right, listen here.
We are doing the original gimmick of this show in showing the Mushroom a film he's never seen before.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. I got Ben waiting.
We're showing Mushroom a film he's never seen before and teaching him all about it. We're pausing the versus gimmick that we have been doing for a while, and we're going back to reviewing for a quick break.
We're back to horroring this dummy.
Yeah, because it still blows my mind.
Nothing for me, though.
It still blows my mind that you have not seen Paranormal Activity.
I can't say that anymore.
Well, you can, unless you just totally binge the franchise.
I guess I could lie to people, I guess.
Yeah, but...
I'm like, no, I still haven't seen it.
Did you watch the entire franchise?
No.
Well, there you go. You can still say I haven't seen Paranormal Activity 4 or 5.
I definitely will continue to say that.
Here, okay, this is... I feel this is going to be a fight.
A fight?
I feel tensions are brewing.
I thought we weren't doing the versus episode.
No, we're not, but I feel like we're going to get to a fight.
I'm so confused. We really got to do more pre-production.
We will get to Paranormal Activity later on in this episode. Beyond that, we've got the regular fucking show that we do where we talk a lot of bullshit. Thanks to Mushroom. Anyway, before we get to that, before we do anything related to horror, I do have a little announcement to unveil. So the announcement is that we are going on holidays. Both of us.
Oh, that's true.
Not together, but we are taking a break, which means...
Got anywhere with you, fucking...
So, most of October, Mr. Mushroom will be going to the United States of America...
Yeehaw.
For a few weeks. How many weeks? Like 3 weeks or something?
Trace, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he leaves on the 16th of October. You can find him at Sydney Airport if you want to say hello at 2 p.m.
I mean, yep.
Totally just... You're going to have so many fucking fangirls there.
You can say that, but I'll be like boarding a plane, so it's not like anyone can get to me without a ticket.
Okay, get there at 12 p.m. on the 16th of October to wish Mushroom a trip.
I don't think you know how scared I am of missing the plane.
Get there at 4 a.m.
Perfect.
So yeah, and when he gets back, I'm then going on holidays to a different state in Australia. My holiday sucks compared to Luffy's. Anyway, so yeah, we had the bit of trouble of deciding what to do with the show while we're both on holidays, and I just thought it'd be so it's just going to be easier if we just take a break. And I apologize to anyone out there that is going to miss this show. We're probably only going to miss like 2 or 3 episodes max. But the good news is that if you are a Patreon member of the Dummies of Horror, you will have access to shows. With that being said, let me explain a little more with a commercial that I've pre-recorded before this. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it is almost here. Halloween season is almost upon us, and the Dummies of Horror have you covered for movie recommendations. 31 Days of Halloween Season 3 is coming back. This year, we are coming harder and better than ever before. 31 days with 31 different movie recommendations, and the theme for this year is Halloween Night. Films that are set on Halloween night. We will be including our favorite Halloween tracks to make all your dance parties complete. Join now on Patreon to listen to a movie review every day in the month of October. 31 days with 31 different movie reviews. We have your Halloween season sorted. Join us now, patreon.com/Dummies of Horror to join. Do it now. So ladies and gentlemen, let me proudly announce that the 31 Days of Horror will be returning on Patreon, which means I'll be doing 31 different movie reviews over on Patreon in the month of October.
And hey, maybe even I'll appear on some of them. Maybe.
Maybe.
Big maybe.
So,
Very big maybe.
I think now's the best time to announce what the theme of this is. The theme for 31 Days of Halloween, as I'm calling it. So the theme, usually the last, this is like season 3 of 31 Days of Horror that I've done. Every October I do 31 movie reviews.
93 Days of Horror.
It is. It will be. And usually I do like every day is a different subgenre. This time I'm actually doing a theme. So all these movies have the same theme. And the theme is the movie has to be set in, on, or around Halloween night.
Oh.
So most of the movies that I've got are on Halloween night, and I've decided to go one step further and just disregard the big names. So I will not be reviewing Halloween. I will not be reviewing Trick or Treat. The big name movies, they're all going to be kind of underground movies that you have probably heard of, but it's not...
Ernest?
No. The movies that you've probably heard of once or twice, maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't, but there'll be a lot of movies on that list that maybe you've never heard of before. And I'm going to give you the yes or no answer on whether you should watch them.
Sounds like a real journey of Halloween discovery.
It is. It's going to be fun. I'm excited, man. I've got a list here of movies, and there's a lot of movies that I've never heard before, and I'm excited to see if they suck ass or if they're like hidden gems.
Nice.
So if you want to join in the fun, patreon.com/Dummies of Horror. Get it on. And for this here, the 31 days, it's only a little membership. The smallest tier can get all this, if that makes sense.
What's the price of the smallest tier?
$1.
Yeah.
I can't
remember.
Like,
for literally the price of a fifth or a tenth of cheese. You could get our Patreon and get a month's worth of content just in October, let alone all of the other fucking shit we do.
Yeah. Well, let's quickly discuss that. We just released our brand new Patreon episode, which is our latest episode of Schwarzenegger for Dummies, where we review a Schwarzenegger movie. And what movie did we review?
Twins.
Forgot.
Yeah.
We reviewed Twins, and that was a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on the Schwarzenegger shows. And on beyond that, we do bracket episodes, we do top 10 episodes, we do so much shit over on Patreon. So if you want to join, go to patreon.com/Dummies of Horror to sign up.
Nice.
That's it for the announcement. I'll remind you closer to date when we're taking a break so you don't forget.
It's coming up.
Not that anyone cares. Everyone's probably fucking celebrating that we're having a break.
Probably like, yeah, cool, and...
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I get away from these fuckheads.
I'm going to take a break right now.
I guarantee
turn their phone off.
I guarantee fucking Scott from the Friday Nightmares podcast is probably shouting hooray right now because he hates us.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
Yeah. Him and Rob, probably. Heather's crying
jerk.
because she's like our number one supporter.
Yeah.
But not Scott.
No.
Anyway.
I keep up. I'm not really sure what's happening.
We hate Scott. We love Heather.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know why or the context. It's not wrestling.
Scott's a jerk. Heather's cool.
Scott. Oh, all right.
Scott broke my heart.
Oh shit.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. Your fucking favorite segment of the week. Let's start this show off with the question of the week.
Question of the week.
All right, question of the week time. And last week's question had nothing to do with horror movies because Luffy was just like, let's just fuck this show up and ask a dumb question.
I mean, in my defense, that's on like every week. You really know what you're in for.
Yeah, that's true. The question of last week was, what's your ideal breakfast? And we had a lot of answers. Why does it seem that, like, everyone answers the food questions, but hardly any people answer the horror questions? What's up with that?
I don't know.
All right, so let's start. Let's listen to what people love for breakfast, because that's what this show's all about. Jesus Christ. All right.
About breakfast.
Alison May Ferguson says the woolshed caramel latte and the smashed avocado. Ooh, she got the caramel latte. Love it. Pat Yee says classic fry up if I'm feeling like a fat bastard. Bacon, scrambled and eggs, preferably French style, where there's chives, lots of butter, slowly cooked, and very creamy. Otherwise American diner style is acceptable. Mushrooms in garlic butter, baked beans, Heinz only, please. Chorizo, will settle for black pudding. Hash browns, toasted Turkish bread, avocado, large flat white, and wash it all down with a couple of shots from the defibrillator.
Dude, I'm gonna eat so much hash in America, like the actual potato hash, not just like bricks of hash.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about weed.
No. Like actual, like diner hash.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be mad.
He continues and says, for something a little lighter, I'd go toasted Turkish, couple of rashers of bacon to prove I'm not a terrorist, avo, and a poached egg on top. If I'm in a hurry, 4 Wheat Bix with a banana.
Nice.
Jaleesa Davis, my wife.
Your wife.
She says, love me some pancakes, but the big fluffy kind, or a big brekkie with eggs, bacon, tomato, mushrooms, halloumi with a coffee. Yeah.
Dude, everyone fucking loves a big brekkie, dude.
Yeah, because it's the staple of breakfast. Speaking of big breakfasts, Matt Wood, who's from England, Cheshire, England. I don't actually know if he's from Cheshire.
Poppycock.
Oi, bruz. Matt Wood wants a full English breakfast, which is basically a big breakfast. It looks fucking amazing. Zach Van Vukels says steak, eggs, and grits.
Nice.
Trucker Trent says linguiça? Linguiça? I don't know what that word is. Linguiça with eggs with hash browns ain't bad, but it varies. It looks like a sausage. I'm guessing it's like a chorizo or something. I don't know.
It's a Brazilian and Portuguese sausage made from pork seasoned with onion, garlic, paprika, and other spices.
Okay, that sounds good. Kate Pollock, also from Cheshire, England.
Poppycock. Do you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, fucking from the Fanatic.
Yeah. There you go. Cool.
Oh, Kate's a beautiful woman. She says, got to be a full English. Crispy bacon, loads of sausages, either a couple of fried eggs or creamy scrambled eggs. My preference is to add chopped chives too. Hash browns, grilled mushrooms, baked beans in a separate metal tin so the juice doesn't contaminate. That's a very good observation. And those little fried crunchy potatoes. Loads of ketchup on the sausage, 2 slices of thick farmhouse white bread with loads of proper salted butter, and a massive cup of tea. Fuck yeah.
I'm so hungry.
A lot of people like a grilled tomato or two in a black pudding, but I'm not a fan. Kate's got the fucking right idea here, man. She does.
No, give me the tomato, give me the black pudding, literally give me everything.
She then says, otherwise I love an almond croissant with a vanilla soy latte. Oh, shit. Geordie Van Vukler says, isn't this an old question? I don't know, is it? Most probably. Look,
I don't remember.
Look, Geordie, I don't have a little book here where I write down every question that we've asked, so if we double up, I apologise.
Yeah.
But he says, but I'll say...
Like for this week's question, what's your favourite breakfast?
But I'll say a vanilla milkshake with a couple shots Frangelico with bacon, eggs, and hash browns plus grilled tomato. Everyone's saying the same thing.
Breakfast.
Lacey Lou, eggs over easy, bacon and French toast topped with an orange juice. Fucking French toast. I haven't done that in ages.
Oh.
B. Jemian says friend eggs, crispy bacon.
I love friend eggs.
Sourdough toast, chorizo sausage, and orange juice. So good. Trucker Trent said, again, he has more than one breakfast. Breakfast 5 days a week. Oatmeal, blueberries, strawberries, granola, and flaxseed. That is actually...
Flaxseed's real good for your heart.
Yeah. Ryan Salkness. Jesus, Ryan. He says, chicken fried steak with white sausage gravy, 3 eggs over easy, hash browns, white toast, Mountain Dew to wash it down, and ice water.
Fuck me. I'm like, I need another stent just hearing that.
I would not say no, because that chicken fried steak, I
mean, I'd still eat it, but yeah.
Alan Cha-Cha says, some eggs, bacon, sausage, grits, biscuits, and gravy. Biscuits and gravy. Fucking stupid Scott Crawford says, mushroom, cheddar, and bacon omelette with hot sauce, hash browns, and sausage.
Ooh, first omelette.
Yeah, true. David Cameron Robert Thompson just has a picture of a really nice plump woman's ass.
Peaches for breakfast.
Yeah. Darren Wilson says, I eat better looking breakfast when it's replacing a different meal. I'm a handful of berries and a 2 to 3 cups of coffee guy in the actual morning. Well, Darren, aren't you fucking healthy?
Does he put the berries in the coffee? Like they're just floating around like a shitty hot chocolate?
Stupid sexy Scott Crawford comes in again and says, besides what I posted earlier, what I have for breakfast throughout the work week is strawberries and blueberries and a giant unsweetened iced tea.
Nice. You can't love your iced tea over there.
I'm planning on making iced tea this weekend.
Nice. I've been doing that TikTok shit where you put the tea bag in your Sprite Zero.
Oh, that's right. You've been doing TikTok stuff. That's gay.
Yeah.
Zim Vader, last one here, says... he says early lunch. So I'm guessing he's a
Brunch,
man
dude.
that misses breakfast.
I like that we even had like double dip people that were like answering twice.
I know.
They're like, this is my schmancy breakfast, but every day I do this. I love it. And people are like, I don't want to answer horror questions.
Well, you know what? I'm going to ask an actual horror question this time, because this is a question that I thought of. And I'm proud of myself for thinking of this question, so I'm going to fucking ask it, alright? You ready?
Alright, I'm proud of you.
What's a film that you hated or didn't like on first watch, but now, after rewatches, you fucking love? Anything comes to mind? I got one for you.
Hereditary.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Hereditary. Because I didn't get it. Remember, it made me mad.
Yep.
Like
I was the same.
I was like, it needs to break the rules, blah, blah, blah. And then I did the homework again, and I still stand by you shouldn't have to do homework to understand the movie.
Yep.
But on rewatch, understanding the context, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me...
So Hereditary was one for me, and The Witch wasn't.
For me, I'm going to shock some people here.
Go on.
The Thing.
Really?
John Carpenter's version of the Thing. Yeah.
I dug it out the gate.
So here's my situation with The Thing, right? First time watching it, and I was so late. I watched it in like 2016. I was really late to watching The Thing.
Dang. Did you watch it for the podcast almost?
No, I didn't. I watched it because it was a movie that has been like titled as a
everyone's
classic.
like, you should watch the fucking...
Yeah, so I watched it, right? And I think I was either really tired or really hungover, and I found it super fucking boring. Right?
It's not. But
Now-
I can
I
understand.
agree.
We're not paying attention to shit.
Yeah, it was just one of those... I was just in a bad mood. I just wasn't the right mood to watch it. Now, if you ask me, what do you think about The Thing? I'd be like, it's in my top 10 favourite movies of all time.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
I'll speak about another movie that I can put on that list later.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. All right. On that note, people, we need to talk about films that we have watched in the past fortnight. What horrors have you done?
What horrors have you done?
Mushroom. Have you got any horrors that you've watched over the past week?
I do. But I want to talk about a different one first.
Okay, go for it.
I want to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Okay, I will also discuss this.
It was like... I don't know what like planets aligned for this movie to happen for me.
Yes.
But it's like fucking rad animation, like fucking Spider-Man, like the Across the Universe,
Yes.
new Miles Morales-y ones.
Yes.
So interesting visually, fucking great. Had a lot of the weird side characters, and I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking this dude, and this dude, and this dude that are never in fucking anything ever. Fuck. The fucking turtles were actually teenagers and fucking cool. And then you also just had like an Atticus Ross, Trent Reznor soundtrack on top of that. Bro, this is 10. Tens and tens out of 10 for me. I fucking loved it.
Wow.
I thought it was amazing.
So it's...
Do you like it?
So you're saying it's probably your number one film of the year, not horror.
I don't know. I think probably.
Okay.
I haven't checked.
Okay. So...
But there's been a lot of good other movies this year.
Yeah, there has.
I think so. Let me check my list. But yeah.
So you are the Turtles fan of this podcast, very much so.
I was gonna say I'm also biased. It could have been like a 6 out of 10. I would have been like 10 out of 10. It's got Ninja Turtles in it.
Oh, no, I think because you're such a super fan of Turtles, you would have been harsher on it. But
That's also true.
so my review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, which isn't horror in the slightest. I think it's funny that we're talking about this first, but okay.
My fault.
I walked in. I'm not really a fan of animation movies. I watched this with the kids. Wasn't really expecting much, but I had a blast with this, man. I had
It's great,
so much
right?
fun.
Like, I'd say. Well, looking at my list now, it and Spider-Man Across the Universe are kind of like my 2 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, okay.
For this year.
I thought that. Ice Cube as Superfly was fucking rad. The only criticism, and it's not really a criticism, is that John Cena voices, is it Bebop or Rocksteady?
The one of them.
Yeah.
The one that Seth Rogen isn't.
Yeah. I couldn't tell John Cena's voice.
No, not really either.
And Seth Rogen's, like, you can notice hints of his voice, but at the same time, they kind of edited his voice so you can't tell, which is probably a plus for a lot of people.
He was almost not doing, like... Because normally when he voices characters, he's just like, does Seth Rogen.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. But no,
But he also like wrote it, and I love his writing, so it just all worked out great.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice, that's high.
Yeah, for someone that's not a huge fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Alright, I will come in quickly with a horror movie this time.
Okay.
This one...
Change it up a bit.
Yeah. This one is on Netflix right now. And the movie is called Killer Book Club.
Okay, sounds boring.
Killer Book Club. Well, yeah. Okay, so the story is 8 horror-loving friends fight for their lives when a killer clown who seems to know the grim secret they share begins to pick them off one by one. If you go and look at the poster art for this movie, can you do this for a second? Go and look at it.
Yeah.
It's called Killer Book Club.
Oh yeah, I'll just type in Killer Book Club.
Yeah.
I won't go on Netflix because it'll probably blast me with some fucking ads or something.
Probably. Do it and then tell me what this poster reminds you of. And I want to know if you get what I'm putting down.
So I've got the one with the V of children.
Yep.
And the face.
The clown mask in the background.
Scream?
Yep.
Right? Yeah, like it's like killer in the background, all the kids in the front.
Yes, yeah.
And like a Nev Campbell looking bitch at the middle.
Yeah. So this movie is a complete rip-off of Scream. Complete rip-off. Like, even there's like there's things that happen in Scream that happen in this movie. For example, they're trying to figure out who the killer is, and the boyfriend appears from nowhere and drops a mask.
Dun dun dun.
I'm like, oh my fucking god! Did you seriously watch Scream and said, because it's from another country. I can't remember what country it's from. So it is subtitled.
It's don't know.
Anyway,
doesn't say.
It's a subtitled movie. It's an international film. But it's honestly a complete rip-off of Scream. And I know what you did last summer as well. It's kind of those two movies mixed into one.
Yeah, okay.
In saying that, I enjoyed this for what it is. Maybe I was in the mood for a whodunit slasher, and this film scratched that itch. The kills are pretty decent. Nothing crazy, but you do get some nice gore. The killer's costume is probably the negatives I can give this. If you look at the poster, it's very much the clown costume.
It looks like a classic clown, like with the pom poms and everything.
Yeah,
like,
it can't
like a French clown, like it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what this movie is. French. I can't remember.
Maybe.
The costume kind of reminded me of Happy Death Day a bit, where it's very, very simplistic but dumb. But that was really the only nitpick I can give this. The story is very much a carbon copy of Scream.
Spain.
Spain, that's right, yes, okay. It's not a must-watch film, but I did have some fun with it, so I gave it about a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay,
so if you're in the mood for a quick whodunit slasher film, give it a go. It's on Netflix, so why not? That is Killer Book Club.
Sure.
It's a stupid title, I'll give it that. But, yeah.
I downloaded Vampire on a Boat movie.
Why did I have a feeling you were going to come in next with this movie? I'm literally looking at my next pick and thought to myself, he's gonna talk about Last Voyage of the Demeter.
How did you know I watched it? Because Letterboxd.
I didn't know that. I just had a weird feeling that you would have watched it.
But it's been out for a bit, so it's weird that you... Anyway, yeah. I don't know, we'll just...
Because I'm about to talk about it too, so let's do a joint
bros,
review.
I guess. Just bros doing bro stuff. Yeah, I didn't like this one.
So we're talking about The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is Dracula.
Is it?
For those people. Yes!
Or is it Man Bat?
No, okay, everyone saying, oh, it's not Dracula, can go fuck themselves.
It's nothing like Dracula.
Okay,
it's a bat monster.
What did you want? Did you want fucking Dracula with his suit going up to people going, children of the night?
Like, I wanted a fucking vampire.
It was a vampire. It was a
Barely
hell
a
of a...
vampire.
Okay, here's the thing.
This is the Leprechaun WWE production.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
This is a vampire. This is a feral fucking vampire. Here's the thing. Dracula is on a boat, right? He knows he's going to pick off all these people one by one. Why does he have to be his human form? He's going to kill everyone. He doesn't. It's not like he's in town where he's going to be. He might be seen.
I thought he's a man. I thought Dracula's a man who can turn into a bat.
He is
not a man bat.
He is. This is the short. This is from the novel, right? This is a chapter from the novel.
But he doesn't talk. He's not charming. He's not.
And you wanted a charming vampire? Go and watch Twilight. You love those movies.
But Dracula is charming. Dracula is like seductive.
But he doesn't.
This guy's just a monster.
He doesn't need to be seductive where he is right now in this ship. He's going to fuck all these people up. He doesn't need to be worried about being seen or have the people with the pitch talks and all that stuff.
Oh, also, like, speaking of being seen, the CGI was kind of rubbish.
Wow. I will disagree again. Look, okay. I'm not saying it was perfect or anything, but
it just, for me, it had like I didn't care about anyone on the boat. Like, it had no stakes.
Really?
I was like, I know he's going to kill them all, except for maybe, I like literally picked it at the start. I was like, oh, I don't want to spoil it. But like, I picked what was going to happen, 100%. And I was just like, let's just see how it happens. And then it happens, and there's so much like cutaway gore and like lots of just like black shadows in the night type stuff. Which sucked because the cast was really good, but just I could not keep watching it. Like, it felt like it dragged.
I've heard a few people say that. I did not get that at all. I highly enjoyed this movie, if you can tell.
But like, yeah, I just didn't dig it. I was really bummed out too because I don't know. I thought it could be good. I mean, I wasn't that impressed by the trailer, to be honest.
Really?
Not really.
You're not massive into the Universal monsters, though, are you?
I mean, if they had one in it, I might be more.
They fucking did. Oh. Look, I honestly disagree with everything you're saying. I did not...
Isn't this supposed to be like a Nosferatu-looking motherfucker anyway? He's got the Nosferatu face, but literally that's it.
And what is Nosferatu?
A vampire?
He's Dracula. Nosferatu's a complete ripoff of the Dracula novel.
This just doesn't look like shit. It looks like Man-Bat from Batman.
Which is fine. How dare you bring up Batman in this review?
If I watched Man-Bat on a boat, that would have been sick, and then Batman could have come in and saved the day.
I would have given it a 1 out of 10.
I would have given it a 10 out of 10.
Get the fuck out of my film, Batman.
I'll be watching fucking... I've watched Batman vs. Dracula a million times better than this.
Does Dracula win?
No, bro. Batman wins.
Are you fucking kidding me? Honestly, does Dracula lose against Batman?
Go watch it.
I don't want... If Dracula loses against Batman, that's fucking... Of course he loses. Clearly been written by some jerk-off fucking Batman losers who think Batman is completely human. Batman is completely human. Dracula is fucking beyond...
But he's rich and he doesn't have to pay taxes, so he wins.
That's a shit. Is that how he wins? He just pays Dracula to leave.
Yeah. He pays his staff to remove him.
No, are you actually for real? Batman beats Dracula?
Yeah, Batman beats Dracula.
Oh my god. That annoys me so much. Dracula can turn into mist. Dracula can hypnotize people.
Batman has a utility belt.
Still, he's human.
Yeah, Batman beats Superman, so...
Yeah, that's also dumb. Batman is a fucking loser superhero. All of DC are just shit. There's not one DC character that I think is cool.
Not one?
No. Or maybe... No, Spawn isn't DC, is he?
Nah, he's Image.
Okay. Yeah, I disagree. with what you said about Last Voyage of the Demeter. I did not pick... Okay, so going into it, and minor spoilers, it is a chapter from the novel Dracula, so you kind of know what's going to happen. I walked into it thinking everyone was going to die, right? But there were certain things that I did not expect, and I won't spoil anything. There were certain characters that had story arcs that I didn't expect. This movie has some heart to it also. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I was crying, but I had a tear in my eye at some points, especially one part.
I literally could not think of whatever part you're mentioning.
I can't give you a clue without spoilers.
That's okay. Don't worry
tell you
about
off
it.
air.
Like, just know for me, I could barely pay attention to this thing.
Okay, what would you give it out of 10?
4.
Dude, that hurts me so much.
4. I was like, maybe a 5 just because of some of the visuals and stuff, and the actors were like good enough, but everything else was shit.
Wow. Well, see, here we're going back to our old ways where you have something in your bottom list and I have something in my top 10.
Yeah, this definitely got on the bottom list.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't have that many. I don't have that big of a list. It's like I like most movies.
You'll have 20 films coming to the end of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, we're like, what, 3/4 done?
Oh, yeah. We got like two
Like
and a half
almost?
months. 3.5 months, yeah.
Yeah.
I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. I dug it.
Okay.
It's
You thought it was twice as good.
the only problem I have with it is I don't think it's a movie I can rewatch over and over again. You know?
Agreed.
Shut up. Go and see The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Okay, people listening right now, I want to know what side you're on. Do you agree with me, this movie rocks, or do you agree with Luffy? The Last Voyage of the Demeter, go and watch it.
People seem to be pretty split on it on Letterboxd.
Yeah, everyone seems split on it, and I don't really understand, but there we are.
Yeah, me neither. It's shit.
It's not, it's great. But I mean, you're a guy that likes Happy Death Day, so you're in the Rob Humphrey camp of not knowing
Yeah,
anything.
that's true. I like good movies. So
Fuck
there
off.
you go.
All right, you got another one?
I do actually.
Go.
I'm just logging it. Watch the Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
This was
Fighting around the world.
but he was just fighting in
The Vatican.
somewhere.
Fighting
The Vatican.
in the Vatican.
Fighting in the Vatican.
Okay.
Look at you, fucking demon. I'm gonna fight you.
That shit never gets old.
He fucking
love South
'cause
Park.
it's mad because he's like, I found this possessed kid, so I'm gonna throw the Rabbitohs at him. And then all the Rabbitohs come charging in. They fucking like high tackle the shit out of this kid.
No one gets that except Australians. Russell Crowe, great Australian leader.
That's illegal. You can't high tackle kids. I don't know a lot about football, but I know you're not supposed to do high tackles.
That's true. So what did you think of this movie?
Knock on. I've used myself. I actually really liked this. Like, considering I watched a lot of movies this week where like fuck nothing happened, I liked that this was an actual. I was really ready for this to suck dicks, to be honest. Like, I thought this was going to be another, I'm strapped down, fuck you, your traumas, kind of Exorcist movie like they've all been for the last fucking 12 movies. But this one was, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it had that shit. But, I don't know, it was just, this one was more fun. It had a lot of 80s tunes in it for no reason, which kind of came out of nowhere. The gore in it was pretty good. Lots of blood. Had exploding blood bitches. That was great. Just visually, this movie was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. And I really enjoyed it. Like, it really didn't seem like it took itself very seriously. and I was not expecting that out of an Exorcist movie, especially like a super churchy one. Anyway, I liked it. I gave it 8.
Fucking hell. Do you think this movie had better CGI than Last Voyage of the Demeter?
100%.
You need your eyes checked.
Bro, I had a 4K version of Demeter, so I gave it every chance in the world.
I'm gonna have to go.
I mean, when I saw it at the movies.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go and rewatch The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah.
My first viewing, I don't know, I was just... Besides Russell Crowe, I thought Russell Crowe was actually pretty good, but I just thought it was so carbon
Wasn't he good?
copy. Yeah, no, he was great. He was good. But the whole...
What was carbon copy?
I thought it was just a carbon copy of every other Exorcist movie.
Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was a little bit fresh. But maybe it's... Maybe I've, like, not watched Exorcist... Like, anything with Exorcist in it for so long that, like...
Yeah.
It's come good again. Because, like, I was pretty vehemently opposed to watching any Exorcist stuff for a while. Because I was sick of them.
Yeah, see, I tend to avoid Exorcist movies. I'll be watching another one this year when it comes out, The Exorcist, but beyond that, like, if you go, oh, there's a new Exorcist movie coming out, like a new exorcism movie, I just groan. I'm just over the subgenre. And this one, for me, did nothing new.
I think I was just charmed. I think Russell Crowe movies are just good. Like, I really forget how good he is.
They're fun, yeah. I think he's a good actor.
I wasn't expecting all the gore and stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, see, I don't remember any gore. I really have to rewatch this movie.
Yeah, I think there was lots of stuff. I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay. All right. I'll come in with my next one. I have a feeling that you can chime in as well.
Sure.
The Boogeyman.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So The Boogeyman is a Stephen King story.
I legit forgot I watched that.
The story is...
I watched it today.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
The story of the Boogeyman is still reeling from the tragic death of their mother. A teenage girl and her younger sister find themselves plagued by a sadistic presence in their house and struggle to get their grieving father to pay attention before it's too late. I'm going to read you my review that I wrote, and then I'm going to add to that.
Sure.
My review says, pretty surprised by this. I heard nothing but mediocre reviews, but I thought the film was very well shot, well acted, and well told. It's a creature feature, evidently, which is a plus for me, but when you have a cool looking creature in a film that's got some really nice shots and some decent acting behind it, you've got a must see film. That's what I wrote after watching the movie. I watched this about a week and a half ago. I don't really remember this movie, I'll be honest.
I watched this about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
And actually maybe like 4 hours ago. Look, I don't remember a lot either. I also have brain issues, so like there's that, but it was also just... I'll say what I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, well acted. Everyone was good. Everyone like made me feel things, not like to the point of crying or anything, but like, it was good. The acting was good. The creature looked cool. The action was good. Love a dead baby. That's always fun. And yeah. I couldn't tell you what the story was. Something haunted, boogeyman, something.
Yeah.
Doesn't like light, something, goals are bitches,
Okay.
something.
Scenes are
Like all of her friends suck.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do actually, yeah. Scenes are...
They're like, oh, your mum died? Loser.
Oh,
Let's come to your house and bully you in your house where your mum died.
yeah. Yeah, what the fuck was up with that bitch girl? I get ya. Okay, some scenes are coming back to me. I'm going to rewatch this movie before the end of the year. This could honestly be Smile. the Smile of this year. Remember Smile last
Okay.
year? I wasn't too big into it, and then I
get it.
rewatched it and I loved it.
Okay.
This could be that. So, I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm getting dementia or something.
I'll say the creature design was alright, but it's still very generic, dark, gangly creature.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. That seems to be a
Like, it
trope.
was like, big limmy man.
Yep.
It was scary in that. I didn't think they'd actually show it.
I would have been mad if they didn't. I like to see a creature.
I also thought he'd be more of a man.
Because of the boogeyman.
Yeah, I thought he'd just be this dude covered in snot. He's like, get you. Eat my boogies.
Eat my boogies.
You go, yeah, he's like, shoots snot rockets at everybody. Goes and sucks on their noses and shit.
That's
He's just
fucked.
gross. Yeah, he's scary, man. He's a boogeyman.
You're fucked. I don't know. I'll rewatch this before. I gave it an 8, so I seem to have loved it while watching
Imagine-
it. But
How scary is that, man? You wake up and someone's just sucking on your nose, trying to get all your boogies.
actually, I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't?
Oh, I'd be like, just lower, please.
Just like the man version of that little pump for kids.
Okay, you're fucked. What'd you give the movie out of 10?
7.
Okay.
I'll give it a Zim plus, but like, yeah, it was alright. It was alright. It was good. I like pretty standard,
Yeah.
decent horror movie.
Yeah,
It's not worth watching,
No,
but
yeah.
it's also, I wouldn't say run out of your way.
All right.
I think it'd be cool at the movies, to be real.
Yeah, no, it would have been actually. Too late for that.
Not that we don't see them at the movies.
No, we definitely did. They just don't come out till next year.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what else you got?
I think that's it, because I thought that was it already.
Okay, I got one more, and this isn't horror, but I need to bring it up.
You're not allowed to do that.
You fucking did it at the start, so I am too. I watched The Little Mermaid.
How was it?
I don't get the criticism.
Scary?
I enjoyed it, man. I really did.
But she's a different color.
Okay.
Rawr. Rawr.
I don't understand that argument. I really don't.
How
People
did
like
she get a 10 in the ocean? Rawr.
Did you know that mermaids are mythical creatures, so they can be any
What?
fucking color they want to be?
Nuh-uh.
I don't like I had a few people say that to me. I'm not going to watch it because she's a different color. Like, why is that stopping you from watching a movie? That's the dumbest. Like, people are saying that. Like, people are saying to me, "Oh, it's going to be shit." Like, why? Oh, it's different color. Like, that's a fucking horrible excuse for not watching a movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was decent. Like, it's not a story that I'm going to fucking come home tomorrow from work and be like, oh, I gotta watch The Little Mermaid again. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
But for what it was, I thought the visuals were really good. Like the original cartoon, I've seen it once. It's not like something that I die for. So
I loved the old Little Mermaid.
so it might be different for you because I didn't remember anything. I remembered the songs. I compared, like, going into this, I was comparing it to The Lion King. And I fucking hated The Lion King remake. This is so much better than that.
Here's what I do, right? So I have all the old animated ones,
Yes.
and so instead of watching these new garbage ones, well, I'm not saying this is garbage, and I'm not saying it was garbage because race reasons or any of that shit. I just know that I don't like the live action remakes at all. I don't care for them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So I just go watch the cartoon, and anyone who likes the live action ones can like the live action ones. Dude, they're mostly for kids anyway.
Exactly.
So you can take your kids to the fucking movie and show them the movie that you watched when you were a kid, and it's all happy, and Disney gets their fucking money, and, you know, they go home happy paying themselves shit tons of money.
Yeah. See, I'm not a huge cartoon person.
Yeah.
So-
like I'm never gonna like the live action ones as much as I like the cartoon.
Yeah, okay.
So I save myself the time and I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. I haven't watched Little Mermaid in ages, and then I go watch Little Mermaid.
So you won't be giving this a go?
Nah, I don't like them. I haven't liked any of them. I watched The Lion. No, I didn't watch The Lion King.
Don't.
What have I seen? Jungle Book.
Jungle Book was good. I liked the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book was good, but like I just don't like. I think that was the only one I saw, and I just don't care about like the live action ones. I didn't want to watch The Lion King. I didn't want to watch Beauty and the Beast. I don't want to watch this. I didn't want to watch Mulan. Like, I love those cartoons.
Yeah.
So why would I watch what I know is not going to be like? Why would I spend the time watching what I know is going to be a worse version of it? To like, it's never going to be better. Those movies are like childhood nostalgia 10s.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So it's like, hey, if you like it, you got kids, you want to show them the new Little Mermaid. Like, well, what else are they doing now? The Sleeping Beauty or Snow White or some shit.
The Snow White movie I'm boycotting because the actor playing Snow White's just a cunt.
I'm going to watch the old ones. And also, like, with the Snow White one, they didn't put dwarves in it.
Yeah, okay. That's an argument I can get behind. It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Like, if this mermaid movie was just, like, didn't have mermaids in it, I'd be like, what the fuck? What are they doing?
Like, I mean, it's not the real reason I'm watching it. The real reason I'm not watching it is because I don't give a fuck. But
yeah.
Hey, look, anyone who wants to watch, they're going to make money anyway. You put out a movie that's Disney, it's going to make money. Who gives a shit?
True. That's true. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think people out there shitting on it for stupid reasons are idiots.
I mean, there's like a shit ton of 10s on Letterboxd for it, so people like it. I'm not going to shit on those people. I just know it's not for me, and that's okay. Not everything has to be for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. It's allowed to exist.
It just annoys me that people shitting on a movie that they haven't seen. Yeah, that pisses me off.
Like, if you're gonna shit on the movie, watch the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Lord of the Rings. I do not like those movies for valid reasons, but I've seen them.
Yeah.
Those movies are way too long and boring.
They're amazing and great.
If you like walking for 3 hours.
It's not a lot happens. There's lots of
them
talking about shit.
Have you seen Clerks 2?
I've seen Clerks 2 a lot.
All right.
A lot.
That is it for What Horrors Have We Done. We've gone a bit long here, so it's time to talk about paranormal activity and get Luffy's honest opinions about one of the biggest found footage films to ever come out. Most
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's feature presentation time.
And now for our feature presentation.
High def camera on. My girlfriend Katie, she thinks there's something in the house. I don't know.
You believe me, right?
I think we're gonna have a very interesting time capturing whatever paranormal phenomena is occurring or is not occurring. Windows are locked, doors are locked, alarm is on. Hearing a weird sound.
Something's here. I feel it breathing on me.
There's footsteps in, but there's no footsteps out.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
If you do try to play games with it, that's inviting it in.
Jesus, looks like something bit you.
It's not the house. It's me.
You cannot run from this. It will follow you.
I'm in control.
You're not in control.
What's happening to me?
This thing left a message.
If it's not a ghost, what is it?
Not liking the fucking Demeter. What the hell is wrong with you? All right.
Stupid.
Here we are. Feature presentation. We are talking about Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. I would have liked to have done the whole franchise, but there's like 6 of them, and
That's a lot of movies.
I honestly believe you can stop after 2. There's some cool shit in the sequels, there is, but I feel that 1 and 2 are the strongest, if you like this franchise. So, with that being said, I'm just going to go out and say it. I fucking dig these 2 movies. Both of them. I really, really like them. I'll give reasons why in a second, but let's start off with Paranormal Activity, the first one, which came out in 2007. So if you've never seen Paranormal Activity or you have no idea what it's about, I am shocked to hear that you don't know what this movie is about. But according to the plot summary on IMDb, after a young middle-class couple moves into a suburban starter tract house, they become increasingly disturbed by a presence that may or may not be somehow demonic, but is certainly most active in the middle of the night, especially when they sleep, or try to. That plot summary is from Paramount Pictures, and it's fucking weird. I don't like it, so...
Yeah, okay.
This one comes in at a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, and it stars Katie Featherstone as Katie, Mika Sloat as Mika, and just a bunch of other people that I'm not going to mention. Directed by Oren Peli, who, if IMDb fucking lets me go in and see what else he's done, Jesus. He hasn't...
Let me see.
He honestly hasn't done that much. He was a producer for Insidious The Red Door, which came out this year. Producer for Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. He's been a producer for a lot of things. But where's his directorial credits, for fuck's sakes? Okay, director. He's only done Paranormal Activity and Area 51. That's all he's directed, okay. So yeah. Let me give you my... Let's go back in time. When I first saw this. So, when this came out in 2007, there was a big buzz around it being the scariest horror movie of all time, and everything like that.
Yeah, which they do like for every fucking horror movie that comes out.
They do, and it's a fucking annoying thing when they do it. I hate it when they do it.
It was so scary, someone literally shot it in the theater.
Oh, dude. Vomit bags were used. Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Someone actually fucking died.
We've heard that before, Jesus. We heard that last year with Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this came out. I went and saw it with a few friends at the cinemas.
Yeah.
And...
Not me, obviously.
No, you were too scared. I went and saw it at the cinemas, and I have a Facebook post. You know how Facebook has memories? You can go back.
Yeah.
Every year I get... So I like to look at the memories and see what a fucking loser I was, like 10 years ago. Some of the posts... Some of the posts I did were like, what the fuck?
I know. I was barely hanging on, like, hovering over that, like, remove friend button.
Thanks, man. That's nice of you.
It's all right.
You cut me
now
deep.
we're here.
Anyway, there's one Facebook memory that I had that comes out every year, and it must have been, I posted it after coming out of the cinemas, and it said, basically along the lines of, people know me as the guy who loves horror movies, so here's my thoughts on Paranormal Activity. It fucking sucks, nothing happened, don't go see it. The next day, I edited that post and said, correction, I fucking love this movie. It fucked with me so hard. So, this movie, after I saw it, I went home, and this movie fucked with me so hard in the middle of the night, because I think at the time I was living in an apartment with my girlfriend, and yeah, it really, really scared me at nighttime when I was going to bed. To the point that I completely changed my opinion on this movie. Completely. I hated it, and now I fucking love it. Now watching it, it does not affect me as much. It still actually did affect me this time. Rewatching it and then going back to bed. I was still looking behind my shoulder, but not to the point that I was when it first came out. I still dig this movie. It's simplistic as fuck, but it's effective
Sure.
for me. All right, come on, bring it on. Let's fight.
I mean, I agree with old Tim.
That you love it and it scared you.
That was like literally the least scary thing I've ever seen. I'm like watching the like security footage. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking for? And then the door will move, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fucking scary. A door moved. I mean, I guess I also got to preface this, but I don't believe in ghosts and shit like that. So when I hear a bump in the night, I'm like, you know, probably some shit fell over, or there's like a murderer.
But how did that shit fall over? You ever ask yourself that?
Gravity, and I poorly stack things a lot.
I thought you said rabbit.
Yeah, like,
Why do you have a rabbit in your house?
Yeah, it's Australia. There's a rabbit-proof fence running right through this bitch. Yeah, I don't get spooked. There's no spooks for me. There's no ghosts. There's no spirits. None of that shit's real.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, none of that shit ever, like, gets to me. If I hear a weird noise, I'm like, what the fuck's making that noise? You know what I mean? In the sense that something has to be actually making that noise. Like, not, what if it's a ghost?
Okay, but this wasn't a ghost. It was a demon.
Same shit.
No, demons are not the same shit as ghosts. They say that in the movie.
It was barely a demon.
It was a demon, and if you go look at the sequels, it will tell you more about Toby.
I know. I saw the fucking second one, and they were like, yeah, it's a demon. And got whatever. I don't care. None of the shit that happened was very scary. He just moved some shit around, walked in some salt, and then he threw a bitch. Whatever it was.
Okay.
It was boring.
Did you watch this with all your lights off and the sound up high?
I did.
Did you really? Because
legit. I tried to give myself the best. I'm like, I know this is spooky, and I know I believe in this shit, and I know it's probably not going to scare me for shit. So, like, let's give it the best chance. I even, like, put my phone down for a good chunk of it. Like, I gave this thing, like, a mad shot at trying to do something, but it took fucking forever to something. Also, like, the dude's a jerk. Mike is just a shithead.
Mika. Same name as my daughter.
Oh, who? Anyway, like...
The one you like.
I like that one. I'm thinking like Micah, like Red Dead.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's a jerk. Like 100%. She's like, don't fuck with the thing. He's like, yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fuck with the thing.
To be perfectly honest, and sorry to interrupt you, that's you.
I wouldn't do that.
I reckon you would. You would be a jerk like that guy.
Well, I would crack out a Ouija board?
Yes. I see you as Mika.
I'd crack out the antipsychotics. Or I'd crack out the Ouija board.
But he's doing all that because he doesn't believe her.
Yeah, he does. He's so fucking, like, dick hard to get it on camera. As soon as he starts seeing proof that it's real, right, he gets his dick so hard about filming it.
Yeah, okay, fair
I don't even know what his job is. But apparently he's got a fucking dual monitor editing setup and shit.
Yeah, I actually, me and Jel did say that. Like, what do these people do for work? They never leave.
Yeah, I'm like, she never goes anywhere. And then they've got this massive house.
And a sports car.
And then he's just there.
Yeah.
It's like a Mazda 5. It's not really... Anyway.
Whatever.
But, like... Mazda 5 is such, like, a piss-weak car. Anyway. Like, my, like, one and only car hot take.
Jesus Christ. I had a feeling that it would come to this. You would be shitting on this movie while I'm praising it. And once again, you're sounding very much like Rob Hungry, who fucking is famous for hating these movies, especially Part 2, which we'll get to in a second.
I mean, it doesn't get better from this one.
Jesus. Okay, so
there were more, but I will say I enjoyed 2 more because I laughed more. Like the stairs bit, comedy gold. That's fucking fantastic. That was really funny. And then they were like, and I was like, how are the filmmakers going to step this shit up? And then we're going to open all the cupboards.
We'll get to part 2 in a second.
Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so this one, I don't know, a thud in the distance where you don't see anything isn't really scary.
I beg to differ.
I don't. Like, it's not. It's not, to me.
Yeah.
A thud in the distance is not scary to me. So hearing like a goosh or some shit, my walrus.
He dropped his walrus toy, that's why I'm laughing.
I threw my walrus away. I didn't mean to.
It makes me laugh that you have a toy walrus.
What makes me laugh that you don't have a toy walrus?
Why would
You're
I
just going to
wanna-
eat more yowies.
All right, go.
Look, they have mad wildlife facts, okay? That's how I learned most of my shit. What was I saying?
So it wasn't just a thud, it was a fucking, like, someone getting a sledgehammer and banging a brick wall.
No, it sounded like someone dropping a textbook.
It did not.
I had it up, dude. Didn't sound like shit.
How up? I bet
It was
you fucking
boring.
sat
And then it was just like she'll just like get up and then be fucking weird for a bit and stand around. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Because she's possessed.
Cool. She didn't do anything. She's like, I'm gonna go sit out here and be cold or some shit.
Yeah, because she's... I don't know how demons work. Maybe it takes them a while to fully possess a person.
I don't know. And then like they're like, it's here for Katie, and then it kills what's his face. Spoilers. Yeah,
Everyone's seen this movie. We can spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah, like that was the only like entertaining bit where like something actually happened, where she like fucking yeets him at the TV.
Yeah, okay. So when she's dragged out of bed, that doesn't scare you at all?
Not really.
You know, when me and Jill were watching this, right? I thought of you. I'm like, I wonder how Luffy's doing, because you live in your house by yourself.
100%.
You have to go...
Dead dark over there, yeah.
Yeah, you have to go and turn off your lights and everything by yourself. I honestly... There was part of me that thought, you're going to fucking hate this movie, but there was another part of me that thought, this is going to fuck with you so hard.
Nah, man, I'm not as scared of the dark.
It's not the dark you should be scared of. It's Toby.
Oh, I'm not as scared of the Toby.
By the way, the demon's name is Toby.
That's what I'm like. I'm not scared of like demons and ghosts and things. They're not real.
That you know of.
There's nothing.
You have no proof.
You have no proof that proof shouldn't be on the person to prove that something doesn't exist. It should be on the person to prove something does exist.
I'm not sitting here and saying that I believe in ghosts and demons. I'm very optimistic with that shit. I'm a seeing is believing type of guy, but who am I to say that they don't exist? I don't know what's out there. Something could be behind me right now, looking at you, ready to listening in and ready to haunt your world. And I hope that happens.
And I hope you get murder-fucked to death by a ghost. So, there. My walrus. I don't know where it is. Somewhere, like, it's beyond the PlayStation.
Don't worry about your fucking walrus.
Somewhere, he'll be so scared.
Why? Because there's a demon in your apartment?
Because he's scared of ghosts. I'm not scared of ghosts, but he is. You know, it's dark down there. You're right.
Yeah, he's probably seen the demon. He's like, oh,
he's not good. He's like my
Luffy.
protector walrus too.
Oh, Mushroom, you better watch out. Toby's there.
Why does anyone listen to shit? No, dude, like, I'm just not. Like, the dark doesn't... You know what I'm scared of? Running into shit.
Like actual shit?
Yeah, like at my stuff.
I know what you're scared of. You're scared of, like, fucking blackouts where all the electricity goes off.
Yeah, but I've usually got enough batteries charged to last me for a little bit.
3-day blackouts.
Yeah, like, you know, that's. I'm gonna buy like a generator one day, just in case.
Okay, you do that
just in case, so I can run my computer.
Okay, did you? I'm guessing you didn't. I'm guessing you watched this on streaming or something. But
no, I had a good. I got the best quality version I could find.
Okay, you wouldn't have happened to seen the alternative ending for this?
What? I don't know. Maybe. What happened?
I'm guessing you didn't. I've got this on DVD, so I watched the alternative ending. The alternative ending, and spoilers to anyone that hasn't seen it, is same thing. Katie gets pulled out of bed, but instead of... then she screams, and then Mika runs down, and you hear him getting gutted or whatever. Instead of her throwing him to the camera, she just walks back into the room, looks at the camera, and slits her own throat.
Oh.
So would that have been more effective to you or less effective?
I mean, I would have liked it if there was was it good gore on it, or
it was in the night camera mode.
Yeah, I think I would have liked that better because, like, in the ending I had, they were just like, and she was never found again.
Yeah, but that goes in with the sequels.
Yeah. So they couldn't do that ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I just thought it was boring. Like the stuff that look, I knew some people would be shitting their pants when the door moves just fucking, 20 centimeters. But it just doesn't I swear there was some night vision scenes where I just missed whatever it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it took forever to get there, man, for me. And by the time it got there, I didn't care.
It wasn't a movie for you, is what you're trying to say.
No, man. It's just what wasn't gonna do nothing to me. There was no emotional beat for me to latch onto. He was a jerk. I don't really care about her. They literally didn't seem like they had real lives.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know.
So, okay, cutting this review, what would you give it out of 10?
I gave it a 4.
Another 4, fucking hell.
Yeah, big night of 4s.
All right, I give this movie a 9.
Okay, it's a little bit more than me.
Yeah, I fucking love it. I love the found footage effect that it has on it. I love how...
Yeah, why do you love it? I mean, I don't go into a movie being like, I hope this is fucking boring and I hate it. I'm not Rob Hungry.
Shots fired. I love it because of how simple it is and how effective it is for me. Mm-hmm. This movie fucked me up the first time I watched it. And then when I rewatched it, it had a similar effect. Now watching it, because I'm a lot more jaded, it doesn't hold that effect. But I still think it's really well done for what they did. Because obviously this is a very low budget movie. We'll get to that in a second. But I just thought it was really, really good. Really, really well done.
I mean, it's fine. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I honestly struggle to say good things about this movie because, even the acting was a bit meh for me.
Okay.
Again, but I don't know. Well, I don't know what I wanted. I was just I was looking for an in and I couldn't find one. But yeah,
that's fine. All right, I've got some trivia here about the film.
Sure.
If you're interested. There's a bit to it.
You can go on.
So, I'm sure I had the fucking box office.
It made bank though, didn't it?
Oh, there we are. So this movie cost $11,000 to $15,000 to make.
15 to make.
11 to 15,000. They didn't give me. A lot of people are saying 15,000. A lot of sites are saying 11,000. So I just went. Let's say 13.5.
Yep.
Paramount acquired the US rights for $350,000. The film went on to make $193 million worldwide, making this the second most profitable film ever ever made based on a return of investment. For most profitable, it is the Blair Witch Project, which cost $22,000 and made $240.5 million.
Good old horror movies.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg had to stop watching the film halfway through on a home screener as he was generally spooked by the experience. He
Fell asleep.
He completed it in daylight hours the next day and loved it. Steven Spielberg convinced the filmmakers to change the original ending. So I don't know what the actual original ending was, but whatever. The actors weren't given scripts, but were given...
Probably the throat slitty thing, right?
Maybe, yeah. The actors weren't given scripts, but were given guidelines on how to behave or what to discuss in their scenes.
Just be a jerk for a bit. And then you be annoyed at it. And action.
During the first test screening, people started leaving the theatre. Originally, the crew thought this was because the film wasn't going over very well with its audience, only to discover that people left the auditorium because they couldn't handle the intensity of the piece.
Okay, man. I wish I did. I wish I got scared.
Katie Featherston and Mika Sloat received a reported $500 each for their performances. Due to the success of the film, they renegotiated the amount.
Yep, for $1,000 apiece.
Yep. Oren Pelly got the idea for the movie from a personal experience. Late at night, he was sleeping and a box of detergent fell off the shelf. The box was pushed too far back for it to just tilt and fall. DreamWorks wanted to remake this movie with a bigger budget and better known actors rather than release the film as it was and use the original as a DVD extra. DreamWorks is stupid.
No, they had the right idea.
And last here there were 3 endings to the movie. In all 3 of them, the camera stays in the one place. The first, the original ending, has Katie walking up, standing by the bed, and then going downstairs. Oh, here we go. The original ending. All right. Katie waking up, walking by the bed, and then going downstairs. She then calls Mika in panic. Mika goes downstairs screaming and worrying, and then we hear him freaking out and then quiet. Someone is going up the stairs. It reveals to be Katie with a bloody t-shirt and a bloody knife in her hand. She sits by the bed, rocking back and forth for hours that go by very quickly. Her friend comes to visit the house. We hear her downstairs freaking out that Mika being dead on the floor, and she leaves. The police arrive at the house, 2 cops, see the body, go upstairs, find Katie, and then she snaps out, panics, and says, "Where is Mika?" While police tell her to drop the knife, she doesn't, and they shoot her to death.
How American.
Yeah, okay, so that was the original ending.
She doesn't have a knife, get her!
I don't like that ending either, so... Alright, well, let's talk about the sequel to Paranormal Activity, which is entitled Paranormal Activity 2. So, Paranormal Activity 2 came out in 2010, and this one has a 5.7 out of 10, so a bit less. This stars Molly Ephraim as Ali, Brian Bollard as Daniel Ray, and what the fuck name is that? Sprague Graydon as Christy Ray. And returning is Mika Sloat and Katie Featherston. This is directed by Todd Williams, so we got a different director.
Oh shit, Todd Williams of the cell and the door and the floor fame.
That's true. Yep, Cell from 2016, which is a movie that started off really well and then just died. Yeah. But whatever.
Bummer.
All right, so the
Wow,
story...
people don't like this movie.
And I don't get it. The story of this is, after experiencing what they think is a series of break-ins, a family sets up security cameras around their home only to realize that the events unfolding before them are more sinister than they seem. Yeah, baby. So, I honestly have trouble deciding which movie I like more. This or the original.
I would say me too.
Fucking hell. I like this one a lot. I get it. Watching it this time, it did take a while for things to start really happening. But I like the security cameras instead of the handheld stuff most of the time. I like the scares in this. I thought they were actually more effective in this one. For me.
Sure.
Really the only negative thing I can say about this movie is I didn't like the daughter. The older daughter. She played a teenage girl, which, I mean, that's what she was, but she was really fucking annoying.
Oh. I barely remember her, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. She was just kind of annoying. I like this movie. It gives more in-depth, a backstory about what this thing is and what it's after.
Sure.
And...
What? Oh, it's after the kid, right?
Yes.
To eat?
No.
Why do they want the babies?
So, they find out that people can call upon demons and Satan to bargain with them for power or wealth or things like that. But the demon or devil wants something in return. That's usually the soul of the firstborn son.
Okay.
And Hunter, in this case, the little boy, was the firstborn son, born in the family.
Okay, so someone ages and ages ago made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Or the demon.
Toby.
And, yeah. With Toby. And then he was the firstborn son, so he's come to get him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've heard that story before.
Yeah.
But...
It's very Moses-y.
Yeah. Exactly. I like it. I think it's a good reason why this is happening to them.
Sure. My favorite bit was when they tagged out to the first movie.
That's
like,
okay.
They're like, you deal with it, bitch. And they're like so happy. They're like, we just fucked your life up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That was kind of a cunt move, but at the same time...
I mean, again, this family's just kind of a pack of cunts anyway.
Yeah. True.
Like, they're like, we fired the maid for burning sage in the house.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, she was holding a child.
Consuela.
She was holding a child right where she was putting smoke everywhere.
It's sage. It's not that smoky.
Have you...
You know this if you had a hippy-dippy fucking mum. It stinks.
I have a hippy-dippy wife who uses sage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, it's not as smoky as they make it in the movie. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's like there's little wisps of it.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
It's not that smoky.
Another reason why I like this is because how it ties in to the original. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I guess.
You didn't give a shit?
Nah. I mean, yeah, like, it was good. Like, that bit was cool. I like that they tied it all together.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when the fuck is this? I'm like, you're supposed to be missing. And he's supposed to be dead.
So you didn't get it straight away that it was a prequel?
No.
You were on your phone or playing your Nintendo, weren't you?
No, I got that it was a sequel because... No, it was because she said something like, oh, he's not feeling well. So I'm like, oh, did she go, like, right there after killing the dude or whatever, you know?
Yeah, okay. So it lingers on that. I like that. I think that's cool because it makes you think.
It does, like, a little bait and switch, and then it's not until later that I realized it was a prequel.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
And then, yeah. And then later she just, like, fucking barges in. She's like, yoink.
See, that part was okay, very similar to the original film,
Yeah.
but I like it. It goes back with the story of why this thing wants the kid.
Yeah, it's just fucking like ninja snaps his neck. Like,
Yeah.
like, all right.
So, okay, we got to bring up Robert Hungry,
Sure.
as we have done a bit of this episode. The guy that's famous for hating every movie and
Yeah.
claiming
And
that...
these movies are no exception.
So, he's always said that he doesn't like this movie because it's stupid and there's a haunted pool cleaner that's not scary. And I've always defended this movie.
There is a haunted pool cleaner that's not scary, I will admit that.
I've always defended this movie, but rewatching it
Also,
now...
I don't have a pool. Can they not do that?
I don't know. The whole pool cleaner scene, I didn't get.
Yeah, I didn't get either. Like, I've not had that much money. So, like, I thought maybe they can do that. Maybe when they're finished, they go put themselves away or something.
I don't know.
Like the robo vacuums.
I don't think they can.
Like maybe it was just going to its house,
It's got
like where its family lives.
It's got a little kennel or something.
Yeah. They're like those little vacuums for your like keyboard and shit. Those kids and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get that whole scene there, so I'll give it to Robert Hungry for saying that.
Sure.
Still, the rest of the movie fucking rocks. When she gets dragged down the stairs, that's scary.
That's so funny. I laughed so much. I'm like, because she got dragged down the first flight, and I'm like, oh, they didn't. I really wanted that, right? And then she starts like getting back up, and then I see her getting dragged away again. I'm like, yeah, do it. And then they did it, and then it was like,
You're a jerk.
I was like, yeah, dude. And then they're like, I was like, oh, I bet they're going to do the fucking door thing. And then all the cupboards open. And I'm like, ah.
I love that scene. That scene fucking... When I first watched this movie, that scene fucking got me. I jumped. Because, I was expecting, like, maybe something to fall off the rack again.
I mean, they did the pans.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
But for the whole cupboards to open up and the noise and everything, that was cool. I like that.
It just, like, these things, like, don't make sense to me. Like, why do they take things so slow? Like, I'm the demon, right?
Yes.
I'm Toby. Hey, what up? And, like, I'm just like, can I not? Like, do I have to get stronger? Is that what's happening? And I have to annoy them to get strong?
I thought the same thing, and maybe that's...
Like, what's the deal? Like, it never makes any sense to me. Why do I just have to fuck with people a little bit like I'm a fucking cat before I can possess them and make them kill themselves? Like, why don't I just go do that? If I want the kid, why don't I just fucking possess the dad, go get the kid?
Yeah.
Or, like, if I'm a physical entity mucking around with shit on the floor and stuff, just grab the kid. What do you got to do to get the soul out?
I don't know.
Like, I'm assuming, like, I don't know. Like, is there, like, a tap or something?
There is reasons in the sequels. I haven't seen the sequels for many years.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly. But...
Because, like, in, like other haunting-y stuff, right? They get more powerful the more scared you get or some shit, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Whereas this one's not that, right? Like, so...
Well, it never says that, but I just assume that maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. But then, like... Isn't it, like... But then what fucks me up, in this one especially, because they retroactively did all this shit, right? He could fucking open all the cupboards in, like... at once, somehow.
Yeah.
Which confused me because I was like, isn't he an entity? Like, he goes in with his fucking weird, like, plasma feet and, like, moves the door himself?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Or is he magic or some shit? That's what was confusing me. With the pan, I understand he's there, he pulls it off, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, he's so strong he could do that in the other one, which is all before this. But then he goes to the Paranormal Activity one, like Paranormal Activity 1's house, and he's just kind of fucking around with a door for a bit.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, it's obviously he was strong, or does he have to get strong in each house? But they said over and over again that, like, he doesn't have to be there. And also, like, what's the go? The psychics can see. I don't know. There was lots of shit I was very confused about.
Yeah.
Look,
I get...
these are just not for me.
I can tell. I don't have answers. I don't know how. They don't really answer any of these. But I just enjoy them for what they are.
And you're allowed to, man. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, now, like, you can't fucking ever enjoy Paranormal Activity 2 because I don't like it. Man, if you dig it, that's fucking mad.
I'm going to enjoy it more that you didn't dig it. I'm going to make you rewatch it. I'm going to do the whole franchise next week.
I mean, you can if you want.
We're not. It's all
You're
good.
just going to hear me being like, well, you know how I didn't like the first two? Guess what? I don't like these ones also.
Yeah. No.
I was actually downloading them, and I got the third one too, and I was like, what if I don't like them? I was like, I'll stop here.
Yeah, look, if you don't like... So the third one is a prequel to both of these. The third one's set in the 80s. And it gives you more of a backstory on what this entity is and where it came from. Then the fourth one is a sequel to the first. So what happened...
Got it.
To the second. What happened after Hunter went missing?
What happened? Can you just tell me?
I don't want to spoil it for people. Basically...
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
But for people...
I'll never watch them unless you literally make me.
Yeah, look, I haven't seen them for years, but I did quickly read the plot on Wikipedia, just to remind myself.
Because there's like 6 of them, right?
I think there's 7. Including the new one, that came out last year, that really didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. But the one after that, the 5th one, goes in a weird, whole different direction. About...
like nothing to do with any of them?
Yeah. It does. Like, it ties in somehow, but it's weird. It goes in a weird direction.
Okay.
So, it tends to... The franchise tends to go off the rails a bit after 3, I thought. There's some cool moments in them, but all in all, like, I wanted to watch the franchise, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really need to.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why we didn't do a franchise review. But overall, man, I dig these 2 films. I do.
I'm glad, man. I like that you dug them. I was bummed that I didn't, because I know people do love them.
Yeah.
But, just fucking not for me, dude.
That's fair, man. Not every movie is a winner. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing you're giving this a 4 again.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm giving it a 9 again.
I think this was maybe a little bit heavy-handed, but I sort of like where it sort of lost it, like in the subtlety, it made up for in the giggles. So it kind of like
yeah,
all balanced out, to be equally as bad for.
All right. Well, a little bit of trivia here.
I mean, like I'm saying too, like it's just on the like underside of good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Okay. So,
it's not in the middle. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's not terrible. It's just bad.
That's fair. Okay. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion.
Yeah. For me.
So this movie here had a $3 million budget, so higher, a lot higher.
Jesus Christ.
A lot higher.
Yeah.
Its box office was $177.5 million.
Okay, yeah.
So the trailer for Paranormal Activity 2 used a lot of footage that didn't appear in the movie. This angered many fans, but the director said they had to because of the storyline. At around 1 hour and 16 minutes during the climax, immediately following the power goes out of the house, there is a single out-of-focus frame of Hunter crawling in the street that quickly flashes on and off screen. Interesting.
Is there?
Apparently, I didn't
guess
go back
it's a
and
single
watch.
frame, so I didn't fucking...
Yeah. Just like the first Paranormal Activity, it has been confirmed that there is an alternative ending to this film as well, where Katie kills the baby boy Hunter by breaking his neck. According to the website BogBit, it was never shown to the public eye because it was claimed as too violent. They also quote, for those die-hard Paranormal Activity fans, they may be dying to see the alternative ending as well as looking towards the sequel, but this new ending is going to push a lot of viewers away.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you got your own baby at home, you can always
Fucking
do something.
hell, dude. Jesus,
What?
no.
What? No,
No.
what? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Killing
Don't kill your babies.
Killing 6-month-old kids, no.
Do we have any opinions on the other month, or is it just...
Last bit of trivia. For the scare scenes, most of the cast's reactions are spontaneous, such as the cabinet sequence with Christy, where all the cabinets open up. Sprague Graydon, the teenage girl, was informed that one of the cabinet doors would fly open, but wasn't warned that all the cabinets would spring open, which provoked a genuine reaction from her.
That's kind of funny.
That's like Alien, where they knew something was going to happen. But they didn't
no
know.
one told them about the chest burster.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
That's so good.
All right, so all in all, man, can you, for people out there that haven't seen it, can you give a yes or a no to them? Would you say yes?
I definitely recommend it. Like, if you're scared by spooky ghosties and like bumps in the night and shit like that, and you're like rattled by that kind of stuff, then hell's yeah, for sure. Like, it's right up your alley. Like, if you wake up because you hear like a bird fart or something and you're like scared, then like sure. But if those and you know if you are or not, if those kind of movies get you, then it's really good restrained subtle horror for the most part, and then it kind of gives you a big kick in the dick at the end. But like in a good way.
That's fair. That's fair. I say definitely give it a go.
No, but yeah, I'm saying definitely give it a go. Like if you know if you know that tickles you, then yeah, go for it. But if not, then whatever. I say you should watch it either way, because you're either gonna love it or you hate it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We're gonna finish this up with some fan questions coming to us from our friends on Patreon. All right.
Just another reason to join.
Yeah, exactly. So first up, we got Trinity Sutherland, who says, "Is this episode going to be like the movie and have nothing happen until the last minutes, and then explain it 3 episodes later?" Curious to hear thoughts about the whole series. I haven't made it past 2.
Me neither.
I honestly look. If you liked them, then do the series.
He's gonna say no, but I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. If you liked the first 2, then finish off the series. If you didn't, then like Luffy, don't bother. You're not gonna like them.
Nope.
Rob Humphrey says, more death matches for you, but I'm really stretching this, so this will probably be the last batch. Alright, you ready? This one's more for you.
Go on.
Cheech versus Chong. Who wins?
Oh.
I don't know much about Cheech and Chong.
I'd say Chong, because I think Chong has the reach.
Okay, there we go.
I know Cheech is more scrappy and stuff, but I reckon like Chong just has good reach, man. I reckon he could beat him.
Okay.
It'll be a slow fight though.
Crypt Keeper versus Elvira. I'm going Elvira for this.
Yeah,
She'd use her tits.
Yep, she'd just beat him to death with her big titties.
Yep. Wayne versus Garth.
Oh, I don't want to see my boys fight. But Garth.
What? I'd go to Wayne. Wayne was the leader. Garth just bowed down to Wayne.
Yeah, but Garth had the technology, dude. Remember when he fucking kazapped that dude in the club in the first movie?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what I think, anyway.
That is true. Okay. Lastly, stupid, sexy Scott Crawford versus Heather Powell.
Oh,
Dude, this one's easy for me.
I'm going to say Scott, so it's different.
Okay. How'd you know I was going Heather?
Because you hate Scott. And
No, it's not
whole
because of
thing.
that. I reckon Heather's the dominatrix, and Scott would be there with his little gimp mask on all fours getting whipped by Heather.
Yeah, I mean, does it fight if you, come when you lose the fight?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Robert Humphrey. Zim Vader. He comes in with a fuck, marry, kill question.
Oh, okay.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
T-1000, the liquid metal man from Terminator 2.
You know what? It's a liquid.
The T-1000, Jabba the Hutt, or the Nun. So this is easy as fuck for me. Easy as shit. Do you want me to say, or do you want me to wait for yours?
I'm gonna kill the T-1000.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck the nun because she has a pussy. And I'm gonna marry Jabba the Hutt so I can have naps on him and he can look after me with all his credits.
Okay. I'm going to fuck the nun, for obvious reasons.
Pussy.
Yeah. I'm going to kill Jabba the Hutt.
How?
I don't know. How do you kill
You're gonna
Jabba?
strangle him with the chain and
Yeah.
shit? Like Leia?
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear the bikini while you do it?
If you want me to, baby.
I mean, in my head canon, that's what happens. Just saying.
So I'm going to kill Jabba the Hutt, and I'm going to marry the T-1000. The reason being is because the T-1000 can turn into anyone.
That's true.
One day I might want to marry Pamela Anderson, and the next day I want Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
So, boom.
You pick two fairly similar looking bitches.
They were the first bitches that came to mind. So, yeah. All right, and last fan question we've got is from Geordie Van Vuklis. This one, I just want to say sorry, Geordie. This one came back weeks ago, and I completely forgot all about it.
Tim's a jerk.
So you'll realise how long ago this was written when I start reading it. Hey, guys.
Do you guys think this coronavirus is going to be a thing?
He goes, hey guys, I'd like to start with wishing a belated happy anniversary to Tim and Jell. The pictures of the cabin look sick. Thanks, man.
Happy anniversary.
Next, hello, Mr. Mushroom.
Hello.
You like mushrooms?
I mean, yeah.
I like mushrooms too. What's your favourite mushroom? Button, portobello, shiitake?
I know it's basic, but it is probably just button. It just goes to the most stuff. I use it the most.
That's fair. Personally, I like button and cremini. Cremini? I don't know. Mushrooms on my pizza and in pasta sauces. Do you like them on a sandwich?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've never had mushrooms on a sandwich.
Like, I can't think of a sandwich where I'd have mushrooms on it that wasn't like... Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
He continues, with SummerSlam this weekend, which was about 2 months ago, I will also say those bullet old jabronis are going down, and after Sunday will be forced to bow down to Hollywood, that's me, and here's why. He lifts barbell plates. He eats T-bone steaks. He's sweeter than a German chocolate cake. He is a reflection of perfection, the number one selection. The woman's pet, the men's regret. What you see is what you get, and what you don't see is better yet. He is the man of the hour, the man with the power. He's too sweet to be sour, and believe me, baby, he is bad to the bone. Hollywood, Tim Davis. That is me, your reigning Dummies of Wrestling champion.
Who?
Well, since this is Dummies of Horror, I best make some horror conversation. So I'm curious how you guys would rank the decades of horror from the 30s to today.
How you can make a nice mushroom risotto out of their cremini mushrooms. So
very nice. Ranking the
depends how you
decades.
make it. Seasoning's got to be on.
Ranking the decades of horror from the 1930s to today. Okay, my least.
What a giant question.
I'm just gonna try my hardest here. Okay.
Okay.
My least favorite is the 50s. Oh no, actually, it's probably the 40s. The 40s.
Isn't that when all the Frankenstein movies and shit was?
No,
you got to help me with my answers.
That was the 30s. All right, 40s. What came in the 40s? Wolfman, Creature in the Black Lagoon. 50s had like there. I'll go 50s is my least favorite. Then probably the 40s. Then probably the 30s next. Yeah. Then it would be the 90s. Then would probably be the 90s. This is hard because there's so many different movies that came out in each decade that I love. But then we'll go the 90s. Then the before the 90s would be the 2000s. Then the 90s. Then the 2010s. Then the 2020s. Then the 1970s, and then the 80s being number one. I'd really have to think about it to give you a full answer.
I'd have to write it down. There's too many decades.
There is. I feel
I'm just going to give you top three. Probably 90s, number one, or maybe 80s. I love
90s number one, really?
Actually, I think 80s number one, and then 2000s. I just have a soft spot for 2000s movies. They're so shit.
Yeah.
And then 90s.
You know, that's not a bad idea for an episode.
What, decade versus?
No. Oh, yeah, decade versus. Fuck, that'd be cool, eh? Oh.
Dude, we could do a whole series, and we could do like a round by round.
But how do you do that?
Well, you do it like, what do you call it? Like March Madness style, how we do the eliminate the tournament episode thingies.
That's pretty cool.
So, bracket, that's what it is.
A bracket
So
episode.
we do it bracket style, right? So each episode is a thing in the bracket, right?
Yep.
So we do we randomize it how you normally do. And so we'll get one that's like 80s versus 2020s. And then we fucking have our usual deathmatch style with the points and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whoever wins by points goes on to the next one.
That's not a bad idea, man.
And then we just do a whole fucking month of it.
I'm pretty down with that.
I'm up for it. Thanks, Geordie.
Good work, Geordie. I think we
got our post Halloween.
Yeah.
Rest of the year, pretty much.
Pretty much,
out.
yeah.
And then we pick a few movies from those decades, watch them in the couple of weeks. I don't know, 3 or 4 movies from each one or something like that.
Yeah, and then we can talk about the movies that we've already seen.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah. That's a pretty good idea. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too.
Well done.
Sounds like a lot of work on your end, but
yeah, but I mean, what's new?
I just got to watch a handful of movies.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, let's talk about next episode.
To answer your question, Tim sort of knows. I don't really know, but we'll fucking tell you in a while.
We will give you a red hot go.
Yeah.
And really give you an in-depth answer on this. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. You know what's going to be fun?
We should give you Patreon money.
You know what's going to be fun?
What?
Next episode.
What?
I thought we've been doing this horror versus horror stuff, right? We've been doing so many different things, like who's the best fucking modern day final girl.
Yep.
All these different episodes. We've never done a horror icon versus a horror icon.
No, we haven't.
And I think next week, coming into Halloween season, we need to go hard and heavy.
Yeah.
So off the top of your head,
probably the last episode before we get to Halloween.
we got 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
2 more. Off the top of your head, and I already know what the answer's going to be, but
Yeah.
2 horror icons that you wish had a movie made.
That I wish had a movie made?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know, because all I can think is the classic ones that are already done, you know?
No, okay, like horror icons, like, go from anywhere.
Oh, man.
I
don't
can
know.
give the answer that everyone
the
wants.
Thing
No,
versus the Kraken.
We could do 2 weeks of this.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what it is, but go on.
So originally I was going to say the matchup that everyone's always wanted and never seen
Yeah.
is Jason Voorhees
Yeah.
versus Michael Myers.
Oh, see, I was trying to stay away from ones that already had versus movies, so I was getting...
They don't have versus movies.
No, but, like, the Jason does.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, we
Next
could do that.
week, we're going to do Jason versus Michael. And we're going to decide who
Or
is...
it's going to be like the great slash-off, where
Yeah.
we just peel over each other.
Next time we're going to be doing Jason versus Michael in an ultimate battle to see who we think is the ultimate slasher.
What wins? Machete or big knife?
That's not a knife. Until then, guys, hit us up on Patreon if you haven't joined already. It's a lot of fun over there. If you want more bullshit like this, stuff that I actually take pride in and edit a lot better, then go over there. Want to thank the Padded Room Podcast for always being massive supporters of us. We love those guys very much. That's nice. And give our love, most of our love to Heather Powell and the Friday Night Mates podcast. Not so much Scott.
And then like a sprinkling to Scott, like a love fleck.
Yeah, maybe like a few flicks of love to Scott.
Yeah, like a couple like little dribbles.
Yeah. And also give love to our friend Robert Hungry, even though he's always hungry and always upset with things. We still
correct about movies sometimes.
We still very much love him. His podcast is Slasher Radio. Go give some love to those guys as well.
Do it.
Do it. That's it. That's it for us. So it's time for you to say goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go find my walrus.
You do that. And in honor of Bray Wyatt, I will close the show how I have been doing for many, many years. Dip!
It's been a long time coming. I'm coming back for you, my friend. To where we'd hide as children. I'm coming back for you, my friend. Though my memories are faded, they come back to haunt me once again. And though my mind is somewhat jaded now, it's time for me to strike again. It's a hunter's moon.